Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make a Patriotic spiral ice dye. Smooth out all the wrinkles on your shirt and then decide where you want the center of your spiral to be and give it a little pinch. And as usual, I'm using the microwave splatter guard and a hemostat, and I got both of these from Amazon, and I have links for them down below in the description box. Click your hemostat down on the first click because it does not need to be overly tightened. You do not want to tear a hole in the center of your shirt. And then only give it 2 or 3 twists. With your opposite hand, begin to create the pleats and go around and around creating your spiral until you can't go any further using the microwave splatter guard. And then unclick your hemostat, hold down the center of the spiral, and gently wiggle it out. Next, you want to secure your spiral, and I prefer to use my favorite rubber bands. They really are perfect for creating spirals. Now, using the microwave splatter guard, it doesn't create a very tight spiral. So what I like to do is pull on the loose tails and tuck them into the nearest rubber band. And I go around and around pulling on the tails until the spiral just can't get any tighter. And if you watch and pay attention, it does reach a point where if I pull on it anymore, I create where the spiral wants to fold in on itself. If it's doing that to you, that's an indicator that it's as tight as it's going to go and a good time to stop. I'm happy to report that the tie-dye group is over 2,500 members now, and I think that's awesome. There are some really great people in the group creating a lot of awesome tie-dye, so if you haven't joined yet, I highly recommend that you do. The link for it is down below in the description box. It's the one that's right underneath the Etsy link. And the group name on Facebook is called Belladonna Dyes Community Tie-Dye Group. Again, if you haven't joined, please do. It's a great way to share your tie-dye with me and also ask questions. I can't always get to all of the questions on YouTube or even in Facebook, so there's other really experienced dyers in there that are willing to help out. So check it out. And after all of that, magically a beautiful spiral emerges. So next you want to build yourself some type of an ice barrier, and for this one I'm using the silicone cake molds, but you could also use foil, cardboard, whatever you have. And if the silicone cake molds are a little bit too big for the spiral, I just secure it with a paper clip. You also need to build yourself some type of a contraption to catch the dripping ice. And I'll tell you, if you're going to be using these foil trays that you get from the dollar store, they work once or twice, but eventually they will begin to leak, so you need to place the whole project down inside of a tote to catch any leaks. This color Blue Abyss is new to Dharma Trading Company in 2022, and it has one asterisk by it, which means when you mix it with water, you're going to do 4 teaspoons to 1 cup of water. So supposedly it's not going to split. And when you're making a patriotic shirt, that's a good thing because you want just red, white, and blue. You don't want to have all the secondary colors like green and yellow or pink and orange. And my spoon is about to break right here, sending dye flying all over the shirt, and that's a major bummer. But it doesn't really matter because I'm swatching these colors out, so if they're going to split, that's going to be a good time to tell because blue went everywhere. Atomic Fireball I just love these names. So Atomic Fireball is also new to Dharma Trading Company in 2022. And it also has one asterisk, which means it's also going to need the 4 teaspoons of dye to 1 cup of water. And that's something to keep in mind when you're ordering your dyes, is how many asterisks does the dye have. For instance, I always order a lot of Raven Black because it has the 2 asterisks, which means you're going to use 8 teaspoons of dye to 1 cup of water. So I go through much more dye because of that. And same with a lot of the blues. They have the asterisk, so you can get away with, ordering the 8-ounce size or larger. I mean, depending upon, what kind of dyeing you're doing. But when the asterisks are there, the dye doesn't go as far with liquid dyeing. I feel like ice dyeing, it lasts a lot longer. So next I give the project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash, only where I've placed the dye, just for good measure, and then I'm going to add my ice. And I like to fill up the silicone cake molds to the top. And if you noticed, I placed the ice on the white parts first, because if it's going to fall, it'll fall into the dye instead of onto the white. So try that and see if it helps. And then you want to batch for at least 24 hours after the ice melts. For this shirt, I only did 1 round of ice. I came back and I checked it, and there was a lot of saturation on the back, so I felt like it was enough. So I let this shirt batch for the full 48 hours. So now it's time for the rinse out, and you want to start by using cold water to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then increase your water up to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. And you really want to make sure to get that soda ash out of the white areas, because these red and blue colors are strong, and you definitely do not want them redepositing onto the white areas if there's any soda ash left. Okay, from here I take it to the washing machine, and I ended up doing this shirt all by itself. So I did 1 hot water cycle with Curalon and 1 hot water cycle with Millsoft. And I get both of those products from Dharma Trading Company, so go ahead and check it out, and the links for them are down below in the description box. And then you put it in the dryer, and I like to iron my things before I photograph them. I think it really makes the dye colors pop, but that's the only reason why I iron. It has nothing to do with the dyeing process. And then we will come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our Patriotic Spiral Ice Dye after it's been washed and dried, and I think the shirt turned out great. So I can confirm that, in my opinion anyways, these colors do not split. So if you're going to be making a lot of 4th of July shirts, these would be some good colors for ice dyeing. I do have a tutorial from last year where I did the same design, and there are some color splits, but I personally don't mind. I think the shirt turned out great. So go check out that tutorial from last year. So these first pictures are on my table with the ring light, and I think they look good. I'm not seeing a bunch of color splits, anything like that. I decided I was going to take photographs from all of my light sources so we could see the difference. So these next pictures are on my kitchen floor under fluorescent light, and it looks a lot more vibrant to me. The white doesn't seem as dingy, and so I might need to get a new ring light. But again, I'm not seeing any color splits. No orange, no green, no yellow. So this picture is, on the left is the ring light, and on the right is the kitchen floor. So you can see the difference, how much lighting can really affect, the overall pictures that you're taking. If you're selling on Etsy or wherever on your website, pictures are important. So here's some close-up shots, and again, I'm not seeing any of the color splits. Even where it's faded out into the white, it's still red. It's not pink, it's not orange, it's not green, it's not yellow. So the blue Abyss, it's more towards the navy than, let's say Bluebird. And the red, some of us were concerned that, maybe it was going to be orange. It's not, it's just red. So I drug Bella outdoors, and this is what it looks like in natural light. So Overall, I'm really pleased with these colors. And I just want to also point out that Dharma did not give me these colors. I bought them with my own money. So everything that I'm saying is just coming from my heart. I wasn't paid to say it. So what do you guys think of these new colors? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.